Foreign Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Robert Persaud has been appointed to lead diaspora engagements. Speaking at a virtual roundtable at the launch of an in-depth study of the Guyanese diaspora undertaken by the Center for Strategic and International Studies (CSIS) based in Washington, D.C., which comprised the researchers as well as key players in the diaspora, as well as other governmental entities whose role in diaspora engagement will be crucial going forward, Persaud stated that, to realize our mandate, it is our plan to establish trade, investment, and diaspora desks at our key diplomatic missions and consular posts. Further, we will be launching our new and improved diaspora website and social media platforms later this year. We have already begun to work with our overseas missions to ensure that we are on track to fulfill our mandate. The CSIS had begun this study 9 months ago. The official release of the report took place yesterday, October 22nd. The team of researchers, headed by Michael Matera, interviewed some 40 members of the diaspora and drew parallels from countries such as Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and India, who have successfully engaged its large diaspora. The key recommendation of the report, directed at both public and private sectors in Guyana and at Guyanese diaspora communities around the world, is to work collectively and deliberately to establish broader communications, engagement, and collaboration between Guyana and the diaspora through a Guyana Global Initiative. This initiative should be based on a comprehensive digital strategy to harness the human capital within the Guyanese diaspora as a resource to be tapped in Guyana's development. A cloud-based portal, including an online community platform of diaspora experts, could serve as a framework and formal means of communication between Guyana and the diaspora community. To this effect, Persaud highlighted that the report is a comprehensive analysis of the Guyanese diaspora and highlights some of the perennial challenges of brain drain and high immigration rates, one of the highest in the world that we face. It provides us with useful information that will be used as we work towards fulfilling our mandate to ensuring a coordinated and well-constructive engagement with the diaspora. For example, Persaud stated that the government, in collaboration with the International Organization of Migration, IOM, has begun the process of finalizing a national Guyana diaspora engagement strategy and a plan of action with a view of making the required and necessary adjustments before finally giving effect to the policy. Within this broader policy framework, there will be specific emphasis on remigration and the establishment of a well-functioning structure for remigrants. This strategy and the plan of action will be rolled out and implemented in the coming months. The Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, is a bipartisan non-profit policy research organization dedicated to advancing practical ideas to address the world's greatest challenges. CSIS has undertaken this in-depth study of the Guyanese diaspora with a close focus on the overall character, size, and skills of the diaspora and the degree of engagement between the diaspora and the public and private sectors in Guyana. The report of the Guyanese diaspora stated that there have been some efforts over the years to enlist members of the diaspora in the economic development of Guyana, most directly by attracting diaspora members with particular skills back to Guyana and encouraging investment. However, these efforts by successive governments have been inconsistent and of limited consequence. The report stated that since the 1960s, Guyana has consistently suffered from brain drain. Guyana's immigration rate is one of the highest in the world, numbering about 30,000 annually, a sizable portion for a country with a total population that has never reached 1 million. Since the 1960s, the Guyanese immigrant population has increased due to difficult economic conditions, a tense social and political environment, a weak educational system, high levels of insecurity, and an inefficient healthcare system. Based on these statistics, the report stated that Guyana is thought to have one of the highest levels of brain drain of any country on earth. Remittances from diaspora members abroad, mostly to their family members at home, have been a main contributor to Guyana's economy for many decades. With remittances representing about 8.6% of GDP in 2018, Guyana has been one of the largest remittance recipients relative to GDP among Latin America and the Caribbean countries. The report highlighted that the United States continues to be the most popular destination for emigrating Guyanese. It is estimated that over 400,000 people in the United States are Guyanese or of Guyanese ancestry. Most Guyanese in the United States live in New York, New Jersey, Florida, Georgia, and Maryland, though smaller communities exist in other places including Illinois, Minnesota, and California. Canada has been another popular destination for Guyanese immigrants since the 1980s. In 2016, 88,570 people living in Canada reported Guyana as their country of birth, although some members of the diaspora estimate that Canada could be home to as many as 120,000 to 200,000 Guyanese. Although most members of the Guyanese diaspora live in Ontario, mostly in Toronto, there are also significant populations in Alberta and Quebec, mostly in Montreal. The first-generation immigrant Guyanese diaspora today is estimated to be approximately 550,000 worldwide, not including their descendants. The regions with the highest numbers of Guyanese in 2019 were North America, accounting for 80% of Guyanese immigrants worldwide, the Caribbean and Latin America with 12.4%, the majority of whom reside in the Caribbean, and Northern Europe and the United Kingdom with 5.9%, approximately 30,000. Very small Guyanese diaspora communities exist in Asia, parts of Africa, and Oceania. The report defines diaspora as immigrants and their descendants who live outside the country of their birth or ancestry, either on a temporary or permanent basis, yet still maintain effective and material ties to their countries of origin. For the Guyanese Diaspora News, I'm Jennifer Jabbar.